Have you ever wondered why some people just can't stop thinking about certain individuals, almost as if they're under a spell? It's not magic, it's a mix of psychology and ancient wisdom. That's right. We're diving into the intriguing world of making someone think about you non-stop using the principles of reverse psychology and Stoicism. Now, before you jump to conclusions, this isn't about manipulation or mind games. It's about understanding the subtle art of influence and emotional resilience. Think about it. How often have you found yourself drawn to someone who is calm in a storm, who doesn't react impulsively, and who seems to have an unspoken depth? That's Stoicism in action. And when you add a pinch of reverse psychology, you've got a recipe for creating a presence that's hard to ignore. So, if you're ready to uncover these powerful strategies and learn how to apply them ethically and effectively in your own life, then you're in the right place. Let's get started and unlock the secrets to being irresistibly unforgettable. 1. Understanding reverse psychology. Let's dive into something really fascinating: reverse psychology. You've probably heard about it, maybe even used it without realizing. But what exactly is it? Imagine telling a friend, "Oh, you definitely won't like this new movie," only to find them watching it the next evening. That's reverse psychology in action. At its core, reverse psychology is a bit like a mental game. It's about suggesting the opposite of what you actually want. Say you tell your younger sibling not to touch your favorite cookies, knowing well that this will make them even more tempting. That's reverse psychology working its magic. It's a technique where you play a bit of a trick on someone's mind, making them do something by suggesting they do the opposite. So, why does this work? It's all about our natural desire for autonomy, our need to feel in control of our decisions. When someone tells us we can't do something, our inner rebel wakes up. We think, "Oh yeah, watch me." This is rooted in psychological principles like cognitive dissonance and reactance theory. In simple terms, when our freedom to choose is challenged, we tend to do the opposite to assert our independence. You might be surprised to know that reverse psychology isn't just for psychologists, it's everywhere. Parents use it on kids, like saying, "I bet you can't clean your room in 10 minutes. Marketers use it too, like a sign in a store saying, "Don't buy this jacket, it's too cool for you." It creates a challenge that we're often eager to accept. Now, while reverse psychology sounds like a cool trick, it's a bit of a tightrope walk. It's not about manipulation, but about understanding human behavior. If overdone, it can backfire or come off as insincere. The key is to use it sparingly and wisely. Let's look at some examples. Remember when your friend said, "I bet you can't run a mile without stopping," and suddenly you're putting on your running shoes. Or when your partner says, "You probably won't like this restaurant, it's too exotic for your taste," and suddenly you're curious and want to try it. These are everyday instances of reverse psychology at play. So, that's a quick tour of the intriguing world of reverse psychology. It's a fascinating aspect of human interaction, a subtle dance of suggestion and response. Whether you're a parent, a friend, or just someone interested in human behavior, understanding this concept can be incredibly useful. 2. The power of Stoicism in relationships. Let's shift gears and talk about something timeless: Stoicism. Now, don't worry, we're not going to get lost in ancient philosophy. Instead, let's explore how this age-old wisdom can surprisingly help us in modern relationships. So, what's Stoicism? Originating in ancient Greece, Stoicism is more than just a philosophy. It's a way of life. It's about mastering your emotions, focusing on what you can control, and accepting what you can't. Stoics believe in living a life of virtue, in harmony with nature and reason. Sounds pretty cool, right? Now, you might be thinking, what does this have to do with my love life? Quite a lot, actually. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our own actions and reactions rather than trying to control others, a vital lesson in any relationship. It's about finding calm in chaos and not letting our emotions get the best of us. Let's talk emotions. We all have them, and sometimes they can be overwhelming. Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions, it's about managing them. In relationships, this emotional intelligence is super attractive. Imagine being the person who stays calm during a storm, who listens without judgment and responds with thoughtfulness. That's Stoic charisma. One of the coolest parts of Stoicism is the focus on what's in our control. We can't control what others think or do, but we can control our reactions and decisions. In a relationship, this means not sweating the small stuff and focusing on building a strong, healthy bond. Conflicts are a part of every relationship, but imagine handling disagreements with a Stoic mindset. Instead of reacting with anger or frustration, you approach the situation with calmness and reason. You listen, you understand, and you respond thoughtfully. This approach can diffuse tension and lead to more productive resolutions. Stoicism also teaches the art of letting go, accepting things we can't change. In relationships, this means not holding grudges, not dwelling on past mistakes, and not worrying about the what-ifs. It's about appreciating the present and working on what you can improve. So, there you have it. A quick dive into Stoicism and how it can revolutionize your relationships. It's not about being emotionless robots. It's about being emotionally intelligent humans. By bringing Stoic principles into your relationships, you're not just building a bond, you're building a fortress of calm, understanding, and resilience. 3. Combining reverse psychology and Stoicism. Let's blend two fascinating worlds, reverse psychology and Stoicism. Imagine them as two different spices that, when combined, create an incredible flavor for your relationships. Intrigued? Let's dive in. First off, reverse psychology is all about suggesting the opposite of what you want. It's a nudge, not a push. Stoicism, on the other hand, teaches us self-control and emotional intelligence. Put them together, and you've got a recipe for subtle influence. It's like being a calm, wise captain of a ship, steering gently but effectively. Stoic anchoring means staying grounded in your own values and beliefs, no matter the emotional storms around you. In relationships, this is gold. When you're anchored, you don't get swept away by every little argument or mood swing. Instead, you influence your partner through your stability and calmness. It's not about being emotionless. It's about being emotionally resilient. Imagine using reverse psychology, but with a Stoic twist. Instead of just playing mind games, you're using your understanding of human nature and emotions. You're not manipulating, you're guiding. For example, instead of pleading for more quality time, you might casually mention how much you enjoy your alone time. This could spark a desire in your partner to spend more time together without any direct request from you. Now, remember the emotional roller coaster from reverse psychology. Stoicism smooths out the ride. It's about creating a balance, not highs and lows. You're not unpredictable, you're consistently grounded. This stability is incredibly attractive and keeps your partner engaged without the drama. Stoicism teaches us the power of indifference towards things we can't control. In relationships, this can be a superpower. When you're genuinely indifferent to petty issues or games, you become more attractive. It's not about not caring, It's about focusing your care on what truly matters. A quick but crucial note: combining these two should always be done with ethical intentions. It's not about controlling someone's emotions, but about improving communication and understanding in your relationship. So, there you have it, a unique mix of reverse psychology and Stoicism. It's like having a secret weapon for a healthy, mature, and deeply connected relationship. Remember, it's all about balance, emotional intelligence, and a touch of strategic thinking. 5. Practical tips and examples. All right, let's get practical. We've talked about the concepts of reverse psychology and Stoicism, but how do we actually apply these in our day-to-day relationships? Let me share some real-life tips and scenarios to help you navigate these waters. Imagine you want your partner to be more adventurous. Instead of saying, "You should be more adventurous," you might share stories of your own adventures, highlighting the fun and excitement. This way, you're planting the seed of adventure without any direct pressure. It's about inspiring, not demanding. Arguments are inevitable, right? Here's where Stoicism comes in. When a disagreement arises, instead of reacting impulsively, take a moment. Breathe. Respond with calmness and clarity. This approach can actually de-escalate the situation and make your partner more receptive to your perspective. Picture this. Your partner is upset because you're spending too much time at work. Instead of immediately changing your schedule, which might not be feasible, acknowledge their feelings and explain your current priorities. Then, suggest a specific time for quality time together. This shows you're listening and making an effort, while still maintaining your own boundaries. Want to boost your partner's confidence? Use reverse psychology through indirect praise. For instance, tell a friend how amazing your partner was at a recent event, making sure they overhear you. This indirect compliment can sometimes be more powerful than direct praise. Let's say you want your partner to open up more. Instead of saying, "You never talk about your feelings," try sharing your own vulnerabilities first. This can make them feel safe to open up. It's about setting an example, not pointing a finger. Remember the power of absence we talked about? Use it wisely. Sometimes giving your partner space can make them appreciate you more. But it's a delicate balance. It's about healthy space, not emotional distancing. If your partner feels jealous instead of getting defensive, approach it with a stoic mindset. Stay calm, discuss their feelings openly, and reassure them of your commitment. It shows maturity and understanding. These tips and scenarios are just starting points. The beauty of reverse psychology and Stoicism is that they can be adapted to different personalities and situations. Just remember, the goal is always to enhance understanding and connection in your relationship. All right, everyone, as we wrap up this journey through the intriguing blend of reverse psychology and Stoic wisdom, remember this: the power to influence and the strength to remain unshakably calm come from within. It's about understanding ourselves and those around us, about striking that delicate balance between influence and integrity. As you move forward in your relationships, cherish the idea that being memorable isn't just about what we do, but also about how we react and respond to the world around us. If today's content resonated with you, I encourage you to dive deeper. Check out our playlist on the screen right now for more insights and strategies on personal growth and building meaningful connections. Remember, the journey to becoming an emotionally intelligent, irresistibly influential person is just one playlist away. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep growing. See you in the next video.